Hello, friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny, and today we are revisiting some of our 2024 goals, and we are also moving forward and taking a look at our 2025 goals. Um, I will say I do have some notes in front of me, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. Um, you'll have to forgive the nasally. I'm still getting over something, which is why this video is going up a little later than usual. So in the last year, these are some of the different goals that I had for myself. So I participated in the seasonal through the seasons kit. That is where every season we would start off with some semblance of a kit that we put together. It was could be made up of anything that we wanted, and it was a hop or a series challenge, if you want, however you want to refer to it, that was started by Jeannie Linguini here on YouTube. I also continued with my page kit videos, as well as my room organizational and desk refreshes, craft room tidy. I called it all kinds of different things, but essentially it was just trying to get the craft room organized. And then the other thing that I did is the layout shares. Every month, I would do layout shares for you all. So I think overall I was successful with my 24 goals. I participated in all of the through the seasons. Um, sometimes a little bit busier than others, but I usually tried my best to at least work with the kit that I had put together. And I think I got really good responses to the page kit videos in terms of the views and the comments and things. So I really enjoyed doing those, as well as the different tackles to the organization. So for 2025, I think what I will likely do now through the seasons is not going to continue into 2025. So that will come off. That has nothing to do with me. I didn't choose not to participate. It was more of a decision that the challenge was no longer active. Um, so I will continue to do the reorganization, the refreshes, the tidies of the scrap room. I will continue to do the layout shares. I will continue to work on my kits when I need them. So putting together kits either from, um, if you want to play along with me, I use a variety of different things. So sometimes I use collections to be able to make those kits. Sometimes I use kit subscriptions. And then I also dig into my base pages and into my kits that I've made from my own stash, to kind of make up those kits. I don't know if I'll do them every month, every quarter. We'll have to just gauge. I really liked the quarter, but we'll have to just kind of see. Maybe I'll do like every other month. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But I am going to be putting some sort of kit together for myself and then working off of that. The other thing that I hope to bring you more of, in terms of content here on my channel. And now this is not going to go, I don't have like a specified frequency because I'm going to give all of these a try, but we'll have to see how it goes. So the very first thing is, and I did a kit series regarding these of making kits, page kits from scraps. And so what I'm hoping to do is to be able to at least film a couple of them of the process so that you guys can see how I incorporate them into actual, how do I incorporate all of these kind of smaller pieces of paper scraps into actual layouts? So I'm hoping to be able to do to be able to do at least a couple of process videos regarding that um, very soon, and then and using a variety of different uh, a variety of different inspiration to get to the final layout. Some of them I will kind of just wing, and some of them I may use sketches, some of them I may use um, Pinterest. I have, things at my fingertips that I can use, that I can incorporate into just generating some ideas for those kits made from scraps. The other thing I would like to do is to continue to use, as I mentioned earlier, to continue to use the base pages that I currently have already created as part of my kits. I want to finish, I have some UFOs here, some unfinished objects. I have a summer album that just needs a couple of more pictures. It's just a, it's just something that I have to see how many pictures I have left for the project to add, and then kind of going through, because it's not a particular summer, it's all of the summers of like when I have digitized photos for, that I'm going back through. Again, I've already started working on it, so it's just a matter of kind of just putting those finishing touches. And then I am thinking of doing a little bit of product focused uh time in, maybe not every month, but maybe every quarter, where we focus on a certain thing. Um I have found that if I put different items, so for example, if I put stamps as part of my kit, I don't always use it. So I want to be really thoughtful about the items that I bring in. So the product focus, if I'm putting the kit together, might be something like wood veneer, or might be washi, because I don't want it to be the same item every month. But something that I think will go with the kits, particularly if they're already paired up with photos, if that makes sense. I think it's much harder for me to conceptualize of what to bring in at the start of the month if I don't know what my pictures are going to be. You know what I mean? Okay. So that one, it's almost like I have to have like these little like banners on my like little kit station that I have. Like, don't forget, like product focus with whatever it is that you're doing, like make sure there's a focus on a particular product, particularly a product that I don't use. That's 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 kind of my issue. The other thing I will be doing is I will need to make sure that I have um, and this is why the kits is on here, making kits, is because I have two crops that I know for sure I'm attending before the summer. So I have one in February and I have another one in April. And so I need to make sure that I have, it just helps me be a little bit more, um, what's the right word? More productive when I'm at the crop, if I have kits, or if I have photos that matched up to collections. That's the other kind of plan B that I can have. So that is my 2025. That's what I'm thinking about. Now, it's not all said and done. Some of these things might change. Some of these things, I may not get to, because it is quite a lofty list. But that's why I'm not wedded to doing each of these things on a monthly basis. I'm not going to push myself. This is my hobby. So I work a very, what can be sometimes a really hectic full-time job, and that is very demanding of my time. And so, this is the fun stuff. This is not meant to be a to feel like a chore or a project, because then it stops being fun. It stops being relaxing. So, for that reason, we're going to keep it light. We're going to keep it airy, but hopefully, it will be interesting enough that you'll want to continue to tune in. I'm not going to change the frequency of my videos at this point. Just life as it is hectic enough with that kind of work and life balance. So. Um, It's been really a challenging year this past year. All of us have different challenges that we face, and depending on what season you are of life, um, you will, encounter different things. My life looks obviously very, very different now than it did 10 years ago or even 20 years ago. So, um, we're my husband and I are in a season of life where our parents are aging, and um they've got some physical limitations and um uh medical complexities to each of them to some extent, and we're trying to battle through and get through it. So if you are in that season of life and um you are feeling like you're by yourself, you are not, my friend. You are not. Uh it can be very, very difficult depending on the level of your involvement. And we are very, very involved in the most genuine and it's the only way that it can be. So it is what it is. It's time is fleeting, and we just, we do the best that we can. Um, so with that, the other kind of bright piece to this is that I have been keeping track of my layouts since 2019. So this is before the pandemic. I did 153 um, layouts back in 2019. I did 159 in 2020. And then in 2021, I did 133. And then we start spiking up a little bit more. In 2022, I did 188. And in 2023, I did 203. And in 2024, it's an all-time high for me right now. It's 249. So I was almost at 150, but I'm not going to push myself to get to the 250. Did I say 150? I was almost at the 250, but I'm not going to push myself to do another layout before this video goes up. It was fine. So I'm really looking forward to this next year. I don't know what this is all about. It could be the number of crops, it could be the kids, it could be any number of things. I don't really know the classes. I did participate in several. Um, uh, the Create With Me is through Scrapbooking and Cards Today, as well as some of their um, the Let's Create Together and the Crop and Create. That was the other one. I did two of those, one of each, one in the spring, one in the summer. So, no, one in the spring, one in the fall, or vice versa. Vice versa, something like that. Um, but I am going to continue to do those. I have made some changes to just in some general scrapbooking news. I have canceled my kit subscription. I'm just not, and I struggled with this before, and I should have known. But this back container back here holds all of my scrap room kits that I have received. Um, and the the bin is the bin is almost full, and I rarely go to that. And so I need to make, again, that's another, like, very deliberate. I need to actually put that in here, including kit clubs or something to that effect. Um, to make sure that that is also included in the rotation. Um, So that is it, my friends. I hope that you have um, taken a look back at some of, if you establish some goals at the beginning of the year, look back at them. if this inspires you to kind of keep track of certain things, I love to make lists and track things. I have a little notebook dedicated just to my layouts. Um, and I have tried before to keep track of like my other type of supplies, but I don't do very well with keeping track of other things that I can't necessarily list or remember to list, but the layouts I do, I think that's ingrained at this point into what I do. So um, I hope that this video finds you having uh, a wonderful holiday season. And until next time, I hope you'll join. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're interested and kind of seeing what we do in this next year ahead. So until next time, bye for now.